Hey, as a leadership development professional, you should be playing pure offense. And it's kind of obvious if you work for an organization that doesn't truly value leadership and leadership development because they always have you on defense. They always have you playing defense. You know you're playing defense if all of your time is spent on administrative tasks and going on meetings that aren't really important, or you have to socialize every idea, no matter how obvious it is. You know you're playing offense if your time is spent thinking strategically, designing actual programs. Most importantly, perhaps spending time with your customers, the managers, the leaders you're trying to support. Are you spending more time internally on administrative tasks or externally with your customers? You know you're playing defense when it comes to your budget. If you don't have a budget, you're playing defense. If you're begging for budget, you're playing defense. You're playing offense if not only do you have a budget, but that budget grows as headcount grows. And if you're playing offense, if that budget every year, 10% of it is for innovation, it's for experiments, it's for risk taking. That's what a healthy budget is. What you need to do the job for today, and 10% more for experimenting for tomorrow. You're playing pure defense if when it comes to delivery, everything's got to be a workshop, right? The way we've been doing it for 100 years. You're playing offense if you're beginning to deliver in the flow of work, to use Josh Berson's term. If you're starting to experiment and deliver with things like micro learning, micro nudges, micro coaching, hyper-personalized AI-driven things. That's offense. That's fun. That's experimenting. That's the future. The whole world is now obsessed with digital transformation. You're playing defense if it's just, okay, workshops, but maybe we're on Zoom. Zoom doesn't mean you're digitally transformed in the leadership development department. So how much are you able to do digital transformation in the quarters and now years ahead in your function? Think about metrics. You're playing defense if all the metrics are activity metrics, you know, the old butts in seats, or how many people did we graduate and did they like the training or not, or how many people accessed the learning management system. CEOs don't care about metrics. Who cares? So there's a bunch of activity. Maybe it's a bunch of wasted time. Who knows? You're playing offense when you're measuring behavior change and impact. Okay, this learning program reduced turnover by 5%, increased retention by 5%, or increased sales, or reduced call center time, or whatever it might be. Show how your training programs are correlating to actual business outcomes. This is important because if all you're doing is playing defense, think about what that's going to do for your career, for your growth, for the story you're going to tell, perhaps another organization down the road. You want to be working for an organization, you want to be working for a CEO that knows that culture is everything. Culture is first, and that leadership drives culture. Therefore, leadership development is something that is important, it's serious, it's worth funding. You want to get yourself in an organization where you're playing offense. Now, hey, if you just found anything interesting about this, I'd love to hear from you. Whether you agree with me or disagree, leave a comment or send me a message. I'd love to chat one-on-one. And if you want to make sure you hear more of my rants and thoughts on leadership development, please give a follow to the LeadX website, the LeadX LinkedIn page, I should say, and or follow my own page, Kevin Cruz, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.